Hey, this is George G. Welcome to George G's Room of Rock. How's everyone doing out there today? Hope it's having a nice day. Nice weekend is here again. Hope it's having a nice weekend for you guys. Are doing well, and whatever you're doing, hope the weather's nice. We are. It's a little rainy here. We're getting another hurricane coming up the coast, but it's just going to kind of graze us, I guess. Give some thunderstorms, but hopefully you guys aren't getting that kind of weather. So hope you guys are all safe, whatever, and have a nice weekend. So today's video is a little different. I try to think of different ideas for the channel here. So, have you guys ever, I'm sure you have, bought an album and you listened to it and it wasn't what you expected? You're kind of disappointed. It wasn't exactly what you thought it was going to be. Whether it's an artist you listen to a lot or it's a new band you just got into or just started listening to, maybe like you didn't think it was going to be what it was going to be. The album just doesn't sound like what you thought it was. But you shelve it and you just don't listen to it for a while, and you go back to it again. Try it again, still doesn't click. Still you keep it. Do it again, listen to it again. It's a little better, but not as good as you thought it was going to be again. And then you put it, shelve it. And then you do it again, another time, maybe wait a couple years go by, and you listen to it, and then all of a sudden it hits you. It clicks and said, this is a good album. It just took a while to sink into your head that it's a good album. You liked it. So I got a whole stack of albums here, 10 albums that I picked out that took a while for me to get into it. For some reason I never got rid of them. I just kind of kept them. I said, well, hopefully I'll like them one day. And it took, someone took a decade, even more a decade, to get into these albums. So they were by bands I listened to before and bands I just maybe just started listening to at the time, anyway. So, anyway, I figured it was a decent video. I'm sure you guys have the same kind of thing when you listen to albums by certain bands. And, alright, so we're going to start off here. Again, none of these are not in any particular order. So we're going to start out with this one. This is from 2007. An established power metal band, the one that everyone calls the cheesiest probably metal band ever. But this album came out in 2007, and at first listened to it, I wasn't really into it at all. It took me years to get really kind of like it. But it's what do you call it? Gods of War by Manowar. So if you saw my list of Manowar, it's just not down near the bottom because they're just not as good. But it's very over the top, very overindulgent, and I just didn't like that at the time. I listened to it a couple times, I was like, And then a couple years ago, I listened to it again. It's really not a bad album. You got to get past all the nonsense and what they talk about, and Manowar, what they do now. They do kind of silly stuff with their stuff, but it's you get to the album, it's really as good, and it's just different. It's got a whole story with it, and again, it's got the metal feel to it, but it's not super heavy like our albums. Because you listen to it, and they got songs like the King of Kings. Loki, God of Fire, very good. Blood Brothers, Son of Odin, Gods of War, the song. And, this is the whole album. That's pretty good. You might get into it a little more. It's a little more orchestral with some of the spots in it. But you notice it's so different when you get to the last song, which is a bonus track called Dark Metal. That's a Manowar you want to hear. But still, the album I like it now. I didn't like it too much before, but I got into it. And now I enjoy it for what it is. The cheese it all. Who doesn't like a little cheese with the metal sometimes? So I thought Manowar, Gods of War. That's one that I listen to now that I like a lot. Next one is, we'll stick with the power metal kind of thing here. There's a band I got into, well, this is from 2000. And I heard about this band for a long time, and this album was on the magazines when I used to buy magazines. And I decided to buy it, and I listened to it the first time I was in. It wasn't kind of like the Manowar, but it wasn't like what I expected it to be. I was going to be a little more, I don't know what I expected, because it's symphonic epic Hollywood metal. So I was like, what does that mean? I think of Hollywood, I think of the LA glam scene. I think it was going to sound a little like that. But no, it was Dawn of Victory by Rhapsody. Totally different. Power metal, very orchestral, very different, and I didn't really like it at first. I just shelved it and listened to it for years. I listened to it again, and then every time I listen to it, it gets better and better and better. And now I have 4 other albums by the band, so that really struck me there. But the band right there, the album if you know it, really good. This is probably my favorite one by the band, because maybe this is the first one I got. But songs like Dawn of Victory and The Village of the Dwarves, what do you call it? Holy Thunder Force is an awesome song. Again, orchestral, over the top, but that's what they do. Like keyboards in it, excellent singing, excellent guitar playing in it. Just took a while to hit and say, this is a damn good album. So again, it's not everyone's speed. You have to really be in the mood for it, kind of. Like the Manowar, you got to be in the mood for it. But when I'm in the mood for it, it hits the spot. So Rhapsody, Dawn of Victory, got to be really into the band. So There you go. Okay, now this one here, this is from, let me see here, 1994. This is the first album with a new singer for this band. Now, I didn't really care for this album when I first bought it, and I bought other albums with the singer from then on. I liked them better, but this one just didn't hit me. It took a long time to hit. It took maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe, that it hit me. Like, this is really good, and people praise this album. I just didn't get it at the time why you praise this album so much, but now I get it, and it's Master of the Rings by Helloween, and it's a great album. It really is. I mean, I always loved Soul Survivor. That song, always loved that when I first bought it. That was my favorite song on here. It still is. But the other songs, I was like, eh. But now I'm like, Where the Rain Grows, Mr. Ego, Perfect Gentleman, is awesome stuff. Secret Alibi, Still We Go. It's fantastic. Now I know people praise so much. It's a really good album, and it deserves its accolades now. Now that I finally clicked in my ears and in my brain, but no, this is a good album. So, Master of the Rings, what I didn't like at first, but now I like it. I'm really into Helloween a lot now, recently, so great stuff. So yeah, there's an album. It's clicked to me now. This one too, kind of the side, not the same vein, but this is, by the way, it's Helloween's first album with Andrew Darris, so you guys know that. But this is the album after one of the major songwriters and guitarists passed away in a car accident. And this is the album they put out dedicated to him. And didn't like it, except for the first song. I loved it. And the other album songs were okay. But now, it's a quieter album throughout, really. But it's got its heavy moments. And it's Handful of Rain by Sabotage. This is the album after Chris Oliva got killed in a car accident. Terrible loss. But this doesn't have John Oliva singing. It's got Zachary Stevens singing on it. But like I said, Taunt the Cobras was such a fantastic song. I love it. Solo and their songs. But Handful of Rain is a great song. Castles Burning. Nothing Going On, great. Alone You Breathe is a really, really nice song. So, yeah, this one again this took years. This, like I said, this one came out in, what year did this one come out? This was in 1994. And this took probably almost 2 decades to get me into it. That's a little over 2 decades to get me into the album. I still kept things, I had to. But once I got into it, really kept listening to it. It took a long time, but I really got into it from that one. So Sabotage, Handful of Rain, fantastic one. Not one of the heavy ones. One of my favorite ones, probably at the bottom of my list when you watch my Sabotage, but still a great album. It doesn't suck. All right, here's an obscure band. I put this on here because I listened to this recently because I kept this. It's very different. But this is their third album by this band. And they started off really more death metal. The first album was very death metal, and the second album was kind of death metal, more death and roll. Their second album, this is a lot different, more progressive, more clean singing. And I didn't like it at first. I didn't like it. Listen to it. I listened to Reese, and it just hit me maybe a couple months ago. I listened to it. This is a great album, and it is Black Vanity by Cemetery. Again, not a household metal name or maybe a band name, but this one's just hits really good. It's 1994. Kind of not called grungy, but it's definitely in that more progressive stuff. They kind of evolved. And Bitter Seed, Ebony Rain, Hunger of the Innocents. 3 songs for Scarecrow, 4 songs, awesome. Last Departure, Sweet Tragedy. It's got some really good stuff on it. So I don't know if you guys want to know Cemetery, just give it a listen. It's a little bit different. It's not like death metal, but it's got some of the elements of it, but it's more progressive and more clean singing. But yeah, this one just recently got into it. And I kept the album, so I didn't get rid of it. And I knew something would click in it, and it clicked finally just a couple months ago. So Cemetery, Black Vanity, check it out. All right, this one here is another one. One of the bands I love, and but this album never really got into it when I first got it. It took me a couple of years to really get more and more liking it. And it is from 1980. And this one, just again, after listening to it the last maybe 10 years, I love it now. And it's Thin Lizzy with Chinatown. Never liked it that much. Didn't like the production on it, but now it kind of clicked in. We will be strong. Opening track. Chinatown is always, I like that one all the time. That never was bad. Sweetheart, Killer on the Loose, Having a Good Time, Genocide, Hey You. It's a great Thin Lizzy album. It's got this one's got what's his name on it? Brian Downey, of course, Scott Dorham, Phil Lynott, and Snowy White is the guitar player in this one. He did this one and the next one, Renegade. So it's a really good album. So yeah, another one that took me years to get into, but I wasn't going to get rid of Thin Lizzy album. That'd be stupid. So, but yeah, Thin Lizzy Chinatown took me years to get into that, but now this decade, absolutely love it. So there you go. Okay, this one here, next one, is a friend gave me this one. I had the first 3 albums by this band, and he gave me this one because he had an extra copy, and I was like, oh, listen to it. Like, it doesn't sound as good as the other 3. It still doesn't sound as good as the other 3. I didn't really like it that much. The songs, some of the songs I like, but most of them were like, all right. Listen to it now, and I don't like the front cover either, but the album is much better now. I like it a lot better. It's good, and it's from 19. I can't see it. It's written red on black here, but you know the album. Venom's Possessed. Yeah, they're on the back looking all Venomish. But yeah, this one just finally hit. Power Drive, Fly Trap, Burn This Place to the Ground, great song. Possessed is a great song. I knew that one was good. Hell Child, and Too Loud for the Crowd, another great song. But yeah, it took a while to get into it. It's not as good as the first 3, but it's still a pretty damn good album. So the original band. This is their last gasp, I think, after then Mantis left the band for the next album. And but this was good, so yeah. So again, it took a while to get into this album. It took years. I think he gave me this album in, I want to say late '90s, early 2000s. I can't remember, but now I like it. So good stuff. Venom Possessed. So there you go. Okay, now this one took years to get into too. This is from 1981, and this is from an artist that really he went through a period where he really changed the way from his previous albums he did in his early career. Totally different. And he had string albums, 4 albums that were just kind of different, more new wave-ish, I guess, in a way, but still rocking. And this one just never really did it for me. When I first heard it, I was like, maybe like one song, but again, just maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, it hit me. Now I really like it. Alice Cooper, Special Forces, because I always liked the one before it, which was what do you call it? Flush the Fashion, and I love Zipper Catch Your Skin. So this one was like in the middle. I love this one now. It's got a great song. Who Do You Think We Are? 7 to 7 Is, Prettiest Cop on the Block. It's crazy songs on here, but they have Skeletons in the Closet, You Want Blood, You Got It, You Look Good in Rags. Just silly songs, but not silly. Vicious Rumors is great. This one has a song that's not on here. It says it's on there, but it's not on the disc. Look at You Over There, Ripping the Sawdust from Your Teddy Bear. It's not on here, but it says it's on there, but it's not. But anyway, the album's good. Alice Cooper it's like a little different, very different production, different feel to the album, that period. But now I like the album, Alice Cooper. So there you go, Special Forces. Okay, this one too, a friend of mine gave this to me years ago, and I put it on. I didn't like it too much, and this took years to go. This is probably the lightest of the 2 lightest albums, but this one and another one by this band. But after listening to it, it's really nice album. It's very light. It's very So 1987. It's very different. People don't like this one too much, but I found it. I listened to it a while. It's really a really good album, and it is Hold Your Fire by Rush, and it was really like, oh, I don't know about this one. It wasn't like Rush. It wasn't like heavy or anything. It wasn't progressive, but it's very keyboardy. But Force 10, the opening track is great. Then you have Time Stand Still, great song. You know that song from a compilation I have. I like that one. It's got the singer from Till Tuesday singing on it with him. Excuse me. But it's also got, hold on. Sorry. Prime Mover, Lock and Key, Turn the Page, High Water. Now I like the album a lot. So maybe I'd lower my list for a Rush album, but still, I still like it. It's still a good album, and it really clicked to me probably like 10, 11 years ago. So again, over a decade. So it took a while. I had the album for probably I got the album in the 2000s from a friend of mine. I was just getting into Rush at the time, so he thought I'd like it, but now I like it. So there you go, Rush, Hold Your Fire. And that leaves this last one, which is kind of funny because I saved this for last on this list, but it was on the list already. But I'm just saving it for. It's just funny that it's on the list. This time it happened, and we just lost the singer to this band the other day, which I sent my little short video on it, and it's Jack Russell, who we lost, Great White, and this album is from 1999. 1999? Yeah. I got the same day as I got the rap self-titled album, and both didn't click. The rap one clicked pretty quickly. This one didn't, and it's Can't get there from here. And it's a great. I listened to it last night again. And I'm like, damn, this is a good album. It sounds a little, pretty much like Old Grey White, but it's a little better than the last two albums they put out before this one. It's still the original band for the most part, and it's a great album. It's a great album cover, and Rolling Stoned, awesome, really great song. Ain't No Shame, Saint Lorraine, Wooden Jesus, great songs. Sister Mary, and Hey Mister. It's a great, sorry, great album by Great White, and a great loss losing Jack Russell. So I mean, it's just terrible. He's great. He retired from touring from his dementia thing last month, and then he just passes away. It's just sad, but it's just a good album. You know, it's one that maybe not talked about because we always talk about Once Bitten and Twice Shy, and the first album, which is really heavy, but this one's really good too. It sounds like Great White, and yeah, so another one just clicked. Last couple of years, great album though. So anyway, that's my little list of albums that just finally clicked with me after decades or a decade or whatever it was. And tell me in the comments if you got albums you guys have that you've listened to in a while that you just finally clicked to you. Maybe you should go back and find some of those albums that you put in the shelf, listen to them, see if you like them again. You might not like them. You might like them and say this is really good. What was I thinking? But who knows? But tell me in the comments. I always want to hear from you guys. It's great hearing from you. So that's it. That's my video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you see here, please like and subscribe to my channel. It's nice to just get new people to watch it, even just to watch it. It's great to me. So anyway, that's it. Keep rocking metal alive. We'll see you guys next time.